Hey, it's me again. This is voice note 33. We love 33. Go and play. Go all in with a pair of 3. Always. Always. I am just joking. Go with the flow or learn to play, because not everyone can play poker. I hope you know this. Especially not June Cancer. Oh my god. No, but what a flashback. I have to tell you this story because I was so mad at him. I was like, you did not just do this to me. Not only you don't know how to play poker, but you don't know how to play poker. I was so mad. Anyways, it's a story time for another day. You have to keep watching and listening to the show if you want to hear this one. So it's still Tuesday, the 25th of August 2026, and it is 8:11 p.m. and I am still in London, England. I am editing and recording the voice notes, and I was thinking, if you are young, like in your early 20s, I would, even a little bit, like if you are 17, 18, I would act, but I don't know, for some reason, well, yeah, I would say early 20s. I would actually recommend this. Actually, it's 2 times saying actually, yeah, I know. You know what? I think it's a great experience at any age. Go work in some sort of restaurant. It doesn't have to be a fancy one. Actually, we have to do something for the actually. I wouldn't recommend a fancy one because I think that would prevent you from experiencing certain things. To be honest, I am not talking about fast food either. I mean more like a barista type place like Starbucks or those restaurant chains you see everywhere. Sushi places, Italian restaurants, places where people either sit down or get takeaway, or both. Nothing too fancy, nothing too... You know what I mean. It's not even because, yes, I did experience this and I fell for the guy. If you are listening and if you know me, you know. It's not even that. I had worked in restaurants before. I had experienced in other places, and it was really not the same experience because obviously it wasn't with him. And this is the thing. Nothing can really compare to what I had with this specific person. Hence, I am talking about it a lot, I know. But it's more from a wisdom perspective rather than, if I were to talk about it when it happened. You know what I mean? I am asking myself how to describe it properly because it wasn't the perfect experience. He was not the perfect guy. He did things that I was really disappointed by. There were definitely moments where I was like, oh, really? But overall, it was just one of the best connections I have ever had. Actually, I think it was the best connection I've had. And you know what? I think I'm going to write about it. Yeah. So this is my advice for today. If you are in your early 20s, or even if you are listening to this now and thinking, you know what, I would love to experience this, go work in a restaurant. It's a great experience. You might get lucky and work with someone you really like, but honestly, that's beside the point. I am not telling you to do it because you might meet someone. I am telling you to do it because of what you are going to learn from the experience. It has nothing to do with the restaurant industry itself. It's not really about the restoration, if you will. It's about the human experience. And I am not going to explain everything you are going to experience because otherwise, why would you even go and experience it, right? I am just saying, if your gut is listening to this and you are thinking, oh, maybe I should actually do this. Yeah, you should do this. It's, on a human level, it's an amazing experience. Most likely you are going to learn things about people, you are going to see different personalities, you are going to understand dynamics, you are going to experience situations that you probably wouldn't have experienced in your normal environment. You might even learn human behavior, which is a very rare skill that you might develop there. I wouldn't necessarily say it's going to open your third eye, although who knows? But I would definitely say it's going to give you another perspective on life, especially, I would say, if you are a Gemini, especially if you are an Aquarius. This might be a really interesting experience for you on a human level. So if you feel like you want to do it, take this opportunity. And don't do it thinking, oh, maybe I will meet someone I like. I am telling you that is not the point, because I can speak from experience. I have experienced the version where you work with someone and you like them, and I have experienced the version where there is something much deeper happening and they are not the same, not even close. And again, I do believe it's because sometimes, not every single time, but sometimes when you take the whole we work together in a restaurant thing out of the equation, Gemini and Aquarius can actually be a great match. Not often, but when it works, it really works. If you are a Gemini and you meet an Aquarius, I would say don't rush it. Take your time, go on dates, hang out, talk, see how you actually function together, because sometimes you meet someone who is completely different from you and somehow it just makes sense. Or you meet someone who is actually the same, kind of the same person, and somehow it just makes sense. So yeah, if you feel called to have this experience, go work in a restaurant. Thank me later. And voila, I will talk to you in another voice note I sent to myself. Bye!